Ladies and gentlemen, gather round as we journey through the heartfelt tale of a woman whose voice has touched millions, whose spirit has lifted the downtrodden, and whose generosity knows no bounds. This is the story of Dolly Parton, a true American treasure, born from the humblest of roots in the misty Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. It's a story of rags to riches, of unyielding faith, family bonds, and the power of dreams. For those of us who've lived through the ups and downs of life, Dolly's path reminds us that with hard work, a little sparkle, and a whole lot of heart, anything is possible. Picture this. It's January 19th, 1946, in a tiny one-room log cabin along the Little Pigeon River in Pittman Center, Tennessee. No electricity, no running water, just the raw beauty of the Appalachians and the love of a big, bustling family. Dolly Rebecca Parton was the fourth of 12 children born to Robert Lee Parton, a hard-working tobacco farmer and sharecropper who scratched out a living from the rocky soil, and Avie Lee Owens, a devoted mother whose soul was steeped in the ancient ballads and folklore of the mountains. They were dirt poor, as Dolly often says with that twinkling smile of hers, but rich in love and music. Her daddy, illiterate but sharp as a tack, taught her the value of a good deal and the dignity of labor. He'd pay the doctor who delivered Dolly with a sack of cornmeal. That's how tight things were. Her mama, frail from 11 pregnancies in 20 years, including twins, would sing those haunting Welsh immigrant songs and Smoky Mountain hymns while rocking the babies. Dolly's grandfather, a Pentecostal preacher named Jake Owens, filled their Sundays with fiery sermons and gospel tunes at the Church of God. From the tender age of 6, little Dolly was singing in that church, her voice ringing out like a bell in the holler. She recalls how her mama's stories and songs sparked her imagination, turning hardship into magic. At 7, she fashioned her first guitar from a mandolin and 2 bass guitar strings, strumming away her worries. By 8, an uncle gifted her a real guitar, and oh, how she played. The family moved to a subsistence farm on Locust Ridge, where they grew their own food and made do with what they had. Dolly's song, Coat of Many Colors, captures it perfectly, that patchwork coat her mama sewed from scraps, a symbol of love amid poverty. Kids at school teased her for it, calling her ragged, but Dolly wore it with pride, learning early that true beauty comes from within. Those tough times built her resilience, teaching her to laugh through tears and dream big. As she once said, "If you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain." Music became her escape and her calling. At 10, Dolly was performing on local radio and TV in Knoxville, belting out tunes on the Caswalker Show. By 13, she recorded her first single, Puppy Love, on a small label and made her debut at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. There she was, a wide-eyed girl meeting her hero Johnny Cash, who told her to go where her heart led. It was a moment that lit a fire in her soul. High school in Sevier County was no easy ride bulling for her looks and humble clothes. But Dolly graduated in 1964 and hopped a bus to Nashville the very next day, armed with nothing but talent, determination, and a homemade dress. She washed her clothes in the sink at the wishy-washy laundromat, surviving on dreams and grit. Nashville wasn't kind at first. Dolly signed with Monument Records in 1965, but they pushed her toward pop, away from her country roots. Her early singles flopped on the charts, and she faced rejection after rejection. But she kept writing songs, pouring her heart into lyrics about love, loss, and life's simple joys. With her uncle Bill Owens, she penned hits for others, like Put It Off Until Tomorrow for Bill Phillips, which climbed the charts in 1966. Then came the big break in 1967. Country star Porter Wagner spotted her talent and invited her to join his syndicated TV show. It was a golden opportunity, but not without pain. Fans loyal to the previous singer, Norma Jean, booed Dolly off the stage at first, chanting for her predecessor. Tears flowed backstage, but Porter stood by her, and together they created magic. Their duets topped the charts, like The Last Thing on My Mind in 1968, earning them Vocal Group of the Year at the Country Music Association Awards. Dolly's solo career blossomed amid the partnership. In 1970, Mule Skinner Blues hit number 3, proving her powerhouse voice. Then came Joshua in 1971, her first number 1. But tensions with Porter grew. He controlled her career, and Dolly yearned for freedom. In 1974, she penned I Will Always Love You as a poignant goodbye to their professional tie. Not romantic, as rumors swirled, but a heartfelt farewell. Elvis Presley wanted to record it, but Dolly refused to give up half the publishing rights, a bold move that paid off handsomely later. That year, she scored 3 number 1s. Jolene, a jealous plea inspired by a real-life flirtation with her husband. I Will Always Love You, and Love is Like a Butterfly. Leaving Porter's show as emotional lawsuits followed, but it freed her to soar. The mid-1970s brought crossover success that turned Dolly into a household name. With new manager Sandy Gallen, she blended country with pop on albums like Here You Come Again in 1977, her first million seller. The title track hit number 3 on the pop charts, earning her a Grammy. She graced TV specials with stars like Cher and Carol Burnett, charming audiences with her wit and warmth. In 1980, she starred in the film 9 to 5 alongside Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, playing a sassy secretary fighting workplace injustice. The theme song topped the charts, earned an Oscar nomination, and became an anthem for working women. Grossing over $100 million, the movie showcased Dolly's acting chops and earned her Golden Globe nods. More films followed: The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas in 1982, where she re-recorded I Will Always Love You, and Rhinestone in 1984 with Sylvester Stallone. The 1980s and 90s saw Dolly exploring new horizons. Her duet with Kenny Rogers, Islands in the Stream in 1983, became a global smash. She delved into bluegrass with albums like The Grass is Blue in 1999, winning another Grammy. Whitney Houston's 1992 cover, I Will Always Love You, for the Bodyguard soundtrack sold millions, bringing Dolly royalties and renewed fame. She faced personal trials, 2 health scares, the pressure of stardom, but her faith kept her grounded. In 1986, she opened Dollywood, a theme park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, honoring her roots and creating jobs for her community. It grew into an empire, with water parks, dinner theaters, and resorts, drawing millions and boosting the local economy. At the core of Dolly's story is her enduring love story with Carl Dean, a quiet asphalt businessman she met outside that Nashville laundromat in 1964. They married on May 30th, 1966, in a simple ceremony. Her mama sewed the dress. Carl shunned the spotlight, preferring their private life on a Brentwood farm built by family hands. No children of their own, but Dolly helped raise her younger siblings and became godmother to Miley Cyrus, niece of her longtime friend Billy Ray. Their marriage lasted nearly 60 years, a testament to quiet devotion amid the glitz. Carl's passing on March 3, 2025, at age 82, broke hearts worldwide, inspiring Dolly's touching single, If You Hadn't Been There. She once said, "We've been together through thick and thin, a love that rumors in time." Dolly's philanthropy flows from her compassionate heart, born of her own hardships. Remembering her daddy's illiteracy, she founded the Dollywood Foundation in 1988, but its crown jewel is the Imagination Library, launched in 1995. This program mails free books monthly to children from birth to age 5, sparking a love for reading worldwide. By 2018, it had distributed over 100 million books. Today, it's even more. In honor of her milestone, she donated her 100 millionth book to the Library of Congress, When wildfires ravaged the Smokies in 2016, Dolly's My People Fund raised $9 million, giving $10,000 to each affected family, over $12 million in total. She pledged $500,000 to a Sevierville Cancer Center in 2006, supported HIV, AIDS causes, animal welfare with PETA, and the American Red Cross. In 2020, amid the pandemic, Dolly donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University for COVID-19 vaccine research, helping develop the Moderna shot. She got vaccinated on camera, quipping it was a dose of her own medicine, and released uplifting songs like When Life is Good Again. In 2022, Jeff Bezos awarded her $100 million for her charitable work, which she vowed to use for global good. Her efforts earned her the Jean Herschel Humanitarian Award. Announced in 2025, for 2026 an honorary Oscar recognizing her selfless spirit. Dolly supports environmental causes like preserving the Smokies and even breast cancer awareness with songs like Pink. Through it all, Dolly's collected 11 Grammys, including a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2011. Inductions into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1999, Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2001, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022, and spots on Time's 100 Most Influential People. She's authored bestsellers, produced Broadway musicals like 9 to 5 in 2009, and in 2023 released Rockstar, collaborating with legends like Paul McCartney and Elton John. Her 2024 cookbook, Good Lookin' Cookin', co-written with sister Rachel, shares family recipes that warm the soul. Dolly Parton's life is a symphony of emotion, from the tears of poverty to the joy of giving back. She's overcome bullying, heartbreak, and doubt with grace, faith, and that signature spark. As she approaches her 80s, with a Las Vegas residency postponed to 2026 and a new musical, Dolly, a true original, premiering in Nashville in 2025, her legacy endures. She's proof that one person's kindness can change the world. So, dear friends, let's raise a glass to Dolly, a girl from the holler who became a queen, reminding us all to dream more, learn more, care more, and be more. Her story isn't just inspiring, it's a hug for the heart.